Good morning, my friend. Okay, I'm starting off the day with this probiotic coconut yogurt. Amazing way to just feed your microbiome. Get our probiotics in. We're at over 13 grams of fiber for our breakfast. 10 grams of fiber to start the day, but we're at 13. That's amazing. Protein, we're at 44.9 grams. Almost 45 grams of protein. Give it a try. Yep. Adds up pretty quick. I try to get 30 to 35 grams, which we far surpass that, and 10 grams of fiber in the morning, every single morning at breakfast to help sustain energy throughout the day, no crashes, no feeling tired, hormone production. Protein is the building block, blood sugar regulation, which supports ovulation with the fiber and the protein, and then you get all this, feeds the gut. Of course, we have our B vitamins from the bee pollen. For many, many years, I skipped breakfast, and I don't do that anymore, and my hormones and my health are completely turning around and have turned around. So delicious. My favorite way to feed my microbiome with my morning matcha and my Armor Colostrum. I'm telling you, this combination of the polyphenols and then all the prebiotics in here, so strengthening to the gut. This is really my favorite way to start the day. It's absolutely the best combination. Look at that, over 400 bioactive nutrients. IgG, IgA, there it is. There's our prebiotics. That's what we're looking for. You never want to put it in something hot. That's why I like to add it to my iced matcha. Absolutely delicious. It's farm haul time. What did we get at the farm? We got our mint. Mint in salads is everything. For summer, it is absolutely the best. We have our cilantro, of course. Amazing for the blood, and parsley, so high in vitamin K. Fresh zucchini, probably have that with dinner tonight. Very hydrating. I got a lot of little mandarins, super rich in vitamin C. My favorite, my mellow grapefruit. This is really the reason that I go to the farm. And look at these dahlias. I believe these are dahlias. That's what they told me, at least. So my super beautiful flowers that I also got, more mellow grapefruit, lots and lots of mellow grapefruit. And then I'm so happy because the Persian cucumbers are back, and these are so hydrating and delicious. I think I'm gonna make a salad with this right now. Lots of fresh lemon, so amazing in your water and so hydrating, full of minerals. And then last but not least, I restocked our onions. So I'm really learning a lot about the gut microbiome, and this is like air for our gut microbiome, and such a good food for your gut microbiome, onions. So really try to eat onions daily, if not multiple times a week. And then our more mandarins, last but not least. So that's what I got at the farm today. Love it, love it, love it. This is a sight that I love to see. Okay, I just made a smoothie for lunch, and I thought I already made it. I was like, why did I forget to film it? But I was so hungry, and I'm about to edit a video, but I whipped up this quick smoothie. Prime protein chocolate, just most delicious protein. It is amazing. So I used that, but then I also did a little bit of this. I really need to organize this, but I also did some of this organic cacao powder with maca. I love adding cacao with, I guess there's the sweet cherries and then some blueberries, and then I just did water and like a splash of milk and a splash of coconut water. So didn't really measure anything. It was probably about a cup of cherries and berries total. But I'm telling you, the combination of the dark, I think they're out. I just threw them away. These are the cherries, sweet cherries. I just get them at Costco. That with the cacao, and I put a scoop of Armor Colostrum in there. A perfect smoothie. Literally the best tasting smoothie ever. And I think I'm already at like 90. How many grams of protein? I'm actually tracking my protein again. I'm really just trying to make sure that my nutrition is on it. 91 grams of protein. Feeling good. But I need to make like a proper lunch, but I'm on my period right now, and I thought I would chat with you about, because someone asked me specifically to say, like, can you do an updated pain-free period? Like, can you just talk about that a little bit more? So I thought I would share with you the whole foods that I really use to support a pain-free period. I had my bee pollen earlier, which bee pollen is extremely high in bioavailable B vitamins. So is liver. So liver is another one. So liver specifically is key. Is very, 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 I've found, because what I've done over the years too, is I've tested things. So I've tested, just because I'm curious, I've tested stopping magnesium. I've tested stopping liver. I've tested stopping B vitamins. I've tested pulling things out, and really, there are foundational things that all need to be in place, for me at least, to have a pain-free period. But ultimately, the reason that it works is because the biochemical pathways that need to be run are run through those nutrients. Focusing on gut health is absolutely essential when it comes to lipopolysaccharides. So I'm gonna just share with you the things that I do. Number one is B vitamins. So B vitamins specifically from, I do bee pollen. I also take B vitamins, like actual B vitamins, just because I want to get extra support, but also liver. So liver, again, this is all like whole foods. That the B supplement is one that I just personally feel good about adding in, especially now that I found out about like my thick blood and my high LPA. I just like having more niacin in I just like having a B supplement. That's particular to me, but I do find that, you know, you just have to do what works best for you. The next thing, beef liver, but also there is iron and copper in here, and iron and copper are very essential to being able to have a pain-free period. I find that whenever I take out the beef liver, I don't feel as good on my period. I start getting a little crampy over the years as I've experimented. But again, when I experimented, I would notice, oh, don't feel as good when I don't have the liver. So let's chat about pain-free periods, because first of all, I'm on my period right now. I'm having a pain-free period. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do, how I got here. I had horrible periods. This was really a turning point before my miscarriage. So before I miscarried, my periods were getting worse and worse and worse every single month. I was on the bathroom floor lying, like literally sweating in pain. Every single month they would get worse, and I was popping so many pain relievers, and really it was getting to the point that not even the pain relievers were working. And that's when I was like, what is going on? So that really began my journey into diving deeper into hormone health and nutrition. The same things really remain true, the pillars of how I got here, how I've kept it. I have over the years tested out like taking something out of the plan to see how it affects things. And let me tell you, it affects things, whether it's cramps or whether it's clots, just that dull, achy, you know, just cramping, just pain. Everything really is very essential. So there's not one part of it that's like, oh, I'm gonna skip that, or I don't. I do everything, and I do everything for a reason, and everything is for a purpose of the health of the menstrual cycle. There are foundations that really are just the tried and true that really everybody needs. Everybody needs bioavailable copper. Everybody needs iron. Everybody needs magnesium. Everybody's gonna have a different gut microbiome, but we can support it in very simple ways. So we're gonna talk about that. Number one is B vitamins. I like to get my B vitamins through bee pollen. I have a teaspoon of bee pollen every single day, super rich in bioavailable B vitamins. Another way I like to get B vitamins is beef liver. Beef liver is kind of a 2-for-1, because number 2 is bioavailable iron and copper. Very essential, because you get your iron, you get your copper, you get your B vitamins. You're really getting everything that you need as far as minerals, vitamin wise, but it's just, again, it's a whole food. It works. We need B vitamins because the liver needs B vitamins to clear estrogen, to clear excess estrogen. What it comes down to is the liver having enough B vitamins in order to clear out, to perform detoxification of estrogen. That's why we need it. And we need the iron and the copper really to bring that blood flow to the uterus, to really help out with not getting that cramping. I absolutely love beef liver, so I just like to take it in a capsule version. So the bee pollen, the beef liver. Number 2 is optimizing your microbiome. If there is high lipopolysaccharides and there is a disbalance in the gut microbiota, that is so important to get regulated, because what can happen is estrogen can get reactivated in your microbiome. And what we want to do is we want to be clearing estrogen in a healthy way. So the thing with lipopolysaccharides, there are these gram-negative bacteria produce these toxins. And what ends up happening is we have all these toxins in our gut, causes a lot of inflammation, a lot of oxidative stress. It causes estrogen to get recirculated, and it causes us to have periods that are not very happy. So lipopolysaccharides are something that was absolutely key, essential for me and my gut to work on. Now, the way that I personally worked on my microbiome is by strengthening the mucosal barriers. For a long time, I kind of just went after the lipopolysaccharides with probiotics, which is absolutely amazing. And I love probiotics and they are incredible. But also on a deeper level, what we want to do is we want to strengthen our actual barriers to where we're not having lipopolysaccharides leak out into the bloodstream and create a lot of inflammation and then affect our menstrual cycles. So everything affects everything. We want our barriers to do what the barrier is supposed to do. We want a barrier to be a strong, protective barrier that keeps things out. And when they're not keeping things out, that's when we have the problems. If we're not seeing changes in our menstrual cycle and we're doing all the nutrient things, we have to look at the gut because of the estrobolome, because of the ability for the gut to recirculate, reactivate estrogen that was once on its way out from the liver, from us giving the liver the B vitamins. So we don't want all that hard work that we did with the B vitamins nourishing our liver to get messed up once it gets to the gut. That's why we have to focus on liver health and gut health. That's number 2. So for gut health, let me read you this. Okay, let me read you this. A third-party study showed that Armor Colostrum triggered a rapid and 32% stronger immune response against what? Harmful LPS lipopolysaccharide particles compared to other available colostrum. So here's the thing. If you want healthy cells, if you want healthy tissues, if you want healthy organs, reproductive organs, it comes down to protecting the cell. These lipopolysaccharides, literally endotoxin, are exactly that. They are toxins that create lots of inflammation, lots of oxidative stress, and really are at the root of a lot of cellular issues going on because of all the harm that they cause. So what we need to do is we need to directly focus on lowering lipopolysaccharides. That is one of the absolute key things that I did in order to focus on having a happier menstrual cycle and period so that I don't completely dread when that time of the month comes. Not only do I not dread it, I don't even notice it now. It doesn't hold me back from living my life. I can go do whatever I want to do, and I'm not completely just debilitated as I once was. Let me show you this. You see our bloodstream? You see that barrier? That barrier needs some Armor Colostrum, okay? There we go. That's what we want to do to our barriers. So when we experience bloating, and that's the thing, I was always bloated. When I was having my most painful periods and I look back, I was always bloated. I was always uncomfortable. Listen to this. They just couldn't have worded it more perfectly. You create a tight seal that prevents threats from crossing into the bloodstream. Boom. And guards against inflammation. We don't want those lipopolysaccharides crossing into the bloodstream. That's exactly what we don't want. I'm telling you, I'm putting together my program right now when it comes to blood chemistry and just health and basically putting together your cellular blueprint. And I'm just going to tell you this, I'm putting that in there as just a standard thing is Armor Colostrum. I love this visual so much. Boom, look at those free radicals. Can't stand a chance against that protected cell. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about that cells need protection. I always say this, cells need 2 things. Look at that. That literally makes me so happy. I absolutely love it. I do love the unflavored, and I put that in my matcha and I put it in my smoothies, but my favorite to just put in water is the peach persimmon, and it is in limited supply. It is very, very limited right now. So they're almost out. And if you want to grab this flavor, it is literally my absolute favorite. It's so good. And when you have that delicious flavor, it just makes you crave it and want it every single day. So you get in that really good habit of taking it every single day and supporting your gut barrier. And that's exactly what we want to do. So you can go to tryarmor.com/Cambria and you're going to get 15% off of your first order. And you are going to give your cells that protection that they need. That is like how I like to think of Armra as my personal bodyguard for my gut microbiome. Especially in the world that we live in, we need a strong bodyguard. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people too, they switch from other colostrums because they're not seeing what they want to see in their health. And that's because Armra colostrum is the most potent, bioavailable, sustainably sourced, it's glyphosate-free colostrum on the market. Link is in the description box. And let me tell you something, when you support the gut, you're supporting the liver, because you know what burdens the liver? Viral load, bacteria. We take the burden off of the liver by not having those lipopolysaccharides leak out and create inflammation. Last but not least, this is another nutrient, but magnesium. Magnesium is absolutely essential for the relaxation. It allows our muscles to relax. So very, very helpful with cramping. I personally, the way that I like to do magnesium, I like to take magnesium glycinate, but I also really like topical magnesium. Magnesium is something that we would have gotten in abundance in our water through actually soaking in mineral water. Modern times are very different. I like a topical spray every single day. The key in all of this is consistency. The biggest changes that you're going to see is when you're consistent with everything. I also really like having a bath with some magnesium flakes, very relaxing. The last thing I will throw in here for me that's really helped me to get a pain-free period is really making sure that I'm consuming adequate carbohydrate. So I really like to go for 150 grams a day. It really is so important to feed your gut microbiome with prebiotics. That's why I talk a lot about prebiotics. This also has prebiotics in there, but prebiotics are very important for balancing blood sugar, and blood sugar regulation is really, really, really important for progesterone. And progesterone is really what also helps us to have a healthier, happier period because it keeps estrogen in check. So we want to ovulate every single month, and ovulation doesn't take place when cannot take place when there's dysregulated blood sugar. So when I did my GI map and I saw that I had very low akkermansia, I was not consuming enough fruits and vegetables every single day, and I wasn't having a lot of foods high in polyphenols and prebiotics, and that was really something that I majorly changed. So this has prebiotics, that's why I like, and here's the key. This is what she said too. It likes to be nurtured and cared for every single day. It's like a person or a plant. You need to nurture and care for it every single day. You need to basically give your gut a hug every day. Like, I love you, I'm taking care of you. And we do that through polyphenols and prebiotics, the two P's, polyphenols and prebiotics, and prebiotic fiber. And so if you can consume a diet that's rich, this is why this is like, I'm telling you, this is like a Swiss Army knife. Point is the prebiotics and the polyphenols are very helpful with blood sugar regulation. That's my speech. You want to support the liver with B vitamins and iron and copper. You want to support the gut by really strengthening those mucosal barriers and focusing on reduction of lipopolysaccharides in specifics. That is what has helped me. You also want to make sure you're getting that magnesium, very important, and you want to make sure that you are regulating your blood sugar. I will leave all the links to all the products and all the steps in the description box so that you can get together your plan and go forth with healthier cells that will help you have a healthier period. I could talk about all this stuff all day, but today is such a beautiful day. I've had such a wonderful day. For the rest of the day, I need to edit a video, so I really need to make like a substantial lunch right now, but I really need to get some editing done, and I want to try to get it done before dark because I don't really like to be on my laptop while it's like super late. I've just had such a good week, and I was telling Beau, looking back on my life and being able to sit down and really put together this blood chemistry plan, and it's really the plan that I have followed, that I created. It's my own path. It's my own thing that I've seen work, and I've seen what doesn't work. And I've spent a lot of time and a lot of wasted, and no, I shouldn't say nothing's ever wasted, but I will say I've tried things that didn't work, and I've taken, side roads, if you will, or thinking that it was going to be a shortcut, or not even a shortcut, but thinking like, this is it. This is the answer. I'm going to do this test, or I'm going to take this supplement, or I'm going to, and what I've really realized is that God has allowed this path to really unfold. And now that that I've been working with friends and family and seeing how it is completely and utterly changed their lives, it's really humbling to me to just be in awe of the way that God created our bodies. And I'm so thankful to have learned, like, it doesn't have to be, it can be overwhelming, and I've been there, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. And when we give our bodies and our cells what they need, how we really do flourish. And outside of nutrients, not even outside, those are a part of it, but something else that they're literally, quite literally, our cells need. Our cells need this sense of belonging, and they need to be loved. And when I look at God, and when I see these beautiful flowers that he made, and when I see the studies that have come out on flowers and having flowers in your home, something that I've always loved doing, but how that changes us. It makes us different. It makes us more compassionate. And when I look at the beauty, and when I think about being in Tahoe and riding through that meadow and listening to the birds and seeing the sunset and looking at the mountains and thinking about how, when I look at the lilies of the field and I look at the beauty that God has made, that there really is, that we were created for beauty. We were created to be nourished by the beauty of God. And if there's anything that I ever hope that, and now I could cry, if there's anything that I ever hope that you ever get out of anything that I ever say, anything that I ever do, I hope that you can see the beauty of God in your life, even through the pain. And I saw this picture the other day. This is probably me being on my period. I guess it doesn't negate the fact that you might cry on your period. You might not have cramps, but you might still cry. But I saw this picture of a stained glass window, and it was basically talking about how God is the stained glass window in our story, and through every part of our life, through the difficult, through the suffering, through the pain, that he shines his glory through our lives and through our story and through us, that he shines his glory, and we were made for glory. And that's something that I read. It was a book that I read right before I found out that I was pregnant, that was talking about art and how we were created for beauty and glory. When I think about that stained glass, and I think about how God's glory shines through even our darkest days, that is the epitome of flourishing to me. That even there, God's glory and goodness shine through. It's what our lives are. Our lives are these big, beautiful works of art. When you look at the sunset, when you look at yourself in the morning in the mirror, I hope that you see the fingerprint of God. I hope that you see that you were made in the image of God. And I hope that you, when you look at the flowers, and when you look at delicious, good, nourishing food, and when you see food that God made, whether it's colostrum or liver, whatever it is, that you would see the food that he makes, that there is his fingerprints everywhere, that he's trying to nourish us everywhere, that beauty and glory is everywhere. It's everywhere. And we can't escape it. And sometimes I felt like for a long time, I couldn't see the beauty. And it was a lot of dark days for many years, for many things that I just, one day I hope that I can even share. But if you're just going through it right now, I hope that you know that the sun will rise again. It really will. And sometimes the night feels really, 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 really long. And I just want to say that long suffering and patience is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I hope that you get met with the goodness of God, even in your darkest night. Okay, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. But I just really wanted to say that. But now I'm going to edit. We're going to get some editing done. I think I actually might go in the backyard because it's such a beautiful day and sit out under my umbrella. So let's go get some editing done.
Found myself smiling more. The moment you leave, I feel down again. I talk to myself on the floor just to feel less alone. I swear that I'm trying my best. You tell me the stress shouldn't be a friend.
Just wanted a quick and easy lunch today. So some soft boiled, or I guess these are more like jammy eggs, and then some Kalamata olives and just some tomatoes, and cucumber. Just keeping it really simple, just because I had that really big smoothie earlier. So this just sounds really nice and light, but fresh and filling. Very high in protein. So that's my little quick and easy high protein lunch.
You never say a word, even when
Chef Bo, pan-fried scallops, and look at that, our potatoes. Good job, honey.
I'm very happy.
I'm very, you did a great job.
understand how you can love me the way that I am. You give a little love with a little sun everywhere you go, everywhere you're running. I found myself dreaming again. The moment you leave, it goes blank in my head. Feels like my bed is on fire when I'm sleeping alone. So hold my hand
I use like
tight
garlic
for a
olive oil.
minute. I'll let you know when to let go. You give a little love with a little sun everywhere you go, everywhere you're running.
I am obsessed with these chargers. They're so cute. How amazing.
They help set the tables uneven.
Yeah, they help make it straight. Yeah, you look so tan. Wow. Yesterday was so fun hanging out. I'm actually off to get my hair done for the first time in a year. I actually really like my hair right now, but I want a little bit more brightness around my face, and it's just time for a trim. So anyway, my sister's back in the salon, and I'm gonna go get my hair done, but I can't wait to actually put together more, just like go pick out giveaways again. I just feel like I'm getting back in the swing of things, and it just felt so nice to really clean up the other day and just go to the farm and just kind of get back into a routine. Anyway, you're gonna win a signed copy of Milk and Honey. This devotional was written to help you taste the goodness of God in every season of your life. So you're going to get a signed copy of Milk and Honey, and all you have to do to enter is leave a comment and let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments. We'll just hang out in the comments and then leave a little honey emoji to let me know that you are entering this giveaway. So I love you so much. I'm so excited. Today is the last official day of spring, so this will be up when it's officially summer. So happy summer. I'm so excited to hang out this summer. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget, you can go to tryarmra.com/Cambria and you're going to get 15% off of your first order to make those healthy cells, which makes healthy tissues. And on the list goes. I love you so much. Links to that and everything else will be in the description box, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
You give a little